banquet hall. Police say most of the victims that were killed were children, the youngest being 8 years old. Stockton's mayor denounced the shooting on social media, calling it a...
On Lucille.
Bro, and they're talking about they don't condone shit like that. Sound like a bitch. We condone all that shit. We condone it, but we didn't do it. So, nigga, oh God, don't put that on us. Bro, we condone this shit though, cause we shoot that with their kids and shit. I'm done giving all you asses. That's the old me. They blowing, catching with his family or smoking.
So this what it's come to, brother. You know what I mean? It's a couple of the flock. I seen Dougie. They say he in critical condition, right? He just posted on his story. Think he posted his daughter. Bruh, prayers to him. Hopefully he bounce back. Change his life, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? Band-Aid Snowy, 3Z. Shout out to him, bruh. But, you know, he chimed in. He say, niggas could have sat on till the party was over. But they ain't like that. Harming little kids. Bruh, you know, rest in peace to the 4 people who lost their life, bruh. Condolences to their family once again, bruh. It's, you know, if you related to these gentlemen, if you associated to them, don't be in the car with them, bruh. It ain't safe. It ain't, you know, it's like, they think it's a game, bruh. This shit ain't no joke. The federales on y'all trail, for one, the ones who involved in this shit, bruh. But we gonna get into it. We got some more details.
We continue to follow breaking news out of San Joaquin County this morning. 4 people are dead and 10 others are in the hospital after a mass shooting took place in Stockton. This shooting happened at a banquet hall on Lucille Avenue and Thornton Road, happening just before 6 p.m. yesterday. Neighbors told us that the gunfire appeared to sound like it was coming from multiple locations. When KCRA3 first arrived on scene, there was a large group of people speaking with law enforcement, but it's unclear if there were witnesses outside or if they were in that banquet hall during this mass shooting. We want to go straight to KCRA3's Aaron Have live in Stockton this morning. And Aaron, what does the scene look like right now?
Leticia, this scene is absolutely massive, spanning multiple blocks in what you're seeing behind me and then in both adjacent directions. If I step out of the way, you can still see there's still evidence collection being had, as well as evidence markers going down. And you can see really the large expanse of this scene. Now, take a look. This is what it looked like as our crews were on.
God, you coon. You damn coon.
Now y'all see why I cannot stand a gang member, a gang, any kind of faction where hood ninjas abide by the street code and all this catching hats, YN, ski mask, all this bullshit. What the Whoever did this is 100% going to get caught or get turned to a pack. There is no way you got wind or got the drop on your ops party, which was a children's party at a children's place. You and whoever pulled up shot into a building, guys, a crowded building. There was no walk downs, no walk ups and stand over me a ninja, all that bullshit. There was no hiding in the bushes. None of that crazy gangster YN shit. You guys pulled up and shot into a building at a children's place. Holy shit. Now I almost didn't even post about this shit because I didn't want these idiots getting any kind of fuck.
Yeah, it be all little YN activity and teenage drama to some babies and some you know, some party goers get hit. Shit ain't cool, bruh. Either way, like
fucking recollection. Now I don't give a if no one knows who they are. I didn't want this ass dark ass Stockton energy on my page with this shit. A 8-year-old girl was killed, and following that, a 9-year-old and a 14-year-old and a 21-year-old was killed. They're all dead. 19 or 20 people was shot, all in all, but 4 have died and 3 are minors. Come on, guys, what the Now, we need to start treating our coonified ass cousins exactly how we need to be. Everyone, I'm pretty sure, is dick riding out of NBM Nail and Dougie for being these famous ass rappers and beefing with J-Bo and all that shit. Goddamn celebrated until they're invited to a damn event that they know full might get shot up because of them. And guarantee, 9 times out of 10, whenever it's a situation like this, the person who is intended to get killed and turned to a pack never gets hit or even killed. It's always the people around him. Now, I keep hearing rumors circulating on who may have been involved. And I'm pretty sure everybody is thinking that EBK members because they were just in Stockton, posting in Stockton hours before the situation happened. Maybe 2 hours. But what's crazy is I'm not even hearing that they did that shit. I'm hearing some Nortes, or some West Side Bloods. But I can personally give a rat's ass about a rumor and a West Side Blood. Pay attention to these messages that they send in these goddamn Instagram captions. Go drop something to some slow jams. Now, mind you, when this situation happened, instead of taking the post down, they just simply turned the comments off. If the EBK members were responsible for this shit, because we'll find out soon, they are not getting away with this shit. Come the f*** on. And if they do, I promise, I will never in my fucking life, ever, I don't give a f***, I will never go to Stockton. I lost all faith in Stockton if these killers get away with this shit. If they do get away, as far as law enforcement, they will not last long, guys. Now, they are, instead of beefing, whoever did this shit will be at full-fledged war with the Flyboys and some Asian Crips. You will not last too long if you're...
And I'm gonna tell you, bro, it don't look like they got much evidence. They saying shit like, if we ever find out who did this. I'm like, ooh, that's how Stockton giving it up, bro.
You're living in the streets of Stockton, California, beefing with all those people, including the beef you already had before. It's just not safe, guys.
God, you coon. You damn coon.
Birthday party at a banquet hall right near an ice cream shop in Stockton, California, near the Dairy Queen. According to local officials, the 4 people who were killed, some of which were children, juveniles to adults. That's 14 people shot in one night at a children's birthday party. 4 people have lost their lives, and it's possibly that number is going to rise.
There is nothing ever good in the hood. That term is fake as fuck. Innocent liquor store 7-Eleven workers get robbed that hasn't did shit but serve the black community. You set up a goddamn corn man, corn stand, whatever the f***, you're gonna get robbed eventually. You throw a party, it's gonna get shut up. Whatever the f*** this may be, guys, it's only good for so long until some bullshit happens. Including a goddamn children's birthday party that's thrown and being hosted by a bunch of gang members who supposedly have hats and diss the dead all goddamn day on Instagram. Come on, guys. Who in the f*** thought it was a good idea to throw this party in Stockton? Guys, we all have to just simply collectively use our brain and start treating and acting like these gang members are what they are, guys. They're terrorists and bullies. It's simple as that. SGA, I love you guys. I'm out.
It be all funny games, bro. When you rapping, trying to get a name, this, that, and the third, people supporting that shit. See? You know what I'm talking about? You want to have a little gathering? Psh, we gonna get some more details, bro.
Where we're at on this. Not much, a lot to add to it, but wanted to give you the opportunity to ask any questions you might have also. So as you know, approximately 21 hours ago, a little before 6 o'clock, we had a mass shooting at a child's birthday party here in Stockton, in the county region of Stockton. Our units responded and found approximately 15 victims of gunshot wounds at this party, and unfortunately 4 of those 15 are deceased now. As we put out, the ages are from 8, 9, 14, and 21 in this horrific shooting that occurred. We have been actively investigating this, obviously, from the moment it happened. We've had our team on the scene processing it for the past 21 hours, and while that was going on, we were actively following up all the leads that we have, looking for witness statements, asking anyone to give us any video that they might have of this incident, and following every lead that we have at this time. I am confident in our team and with the work that we have done so far, that we will find these animals that did this and bring them to justice. But we still need the public's help.
You hear that, bro? He said he gonna find them animals. Y'all through, bro.
Help on this. We need everyone who has any information on this to reach out to us. This is the time for our community to show that we will not put up with this type of behavior where people will just walk in and kill children. We all know that there are people out there that are violent and commit violent crimes. But these animals walked in and shot children at a children's birthday party. And none of us should stand for that. And so if you know anything about this, you have to come forward and tell us what you know. If not, you just become complacent and think this is acceptable behavior. Any little bit that you can get us will help us. And so we are diligently following up everything that we have so far. So please continue to give us more information, and we will follow every single lead and be very detail-oriented so that the moment that we have these subjects in custody, we will be able to hold them accountable, and our DA will be able to charge them and make sure that they will never be able to do this again to anyone else. So at this time, I'll take some questions.
Sheriff, two things. The mayor told us this morning that this was actually a gang-related targeted hit. And also, I'd like to know the 5 people that were arrested about 10:30 last night, how does that fit into the shooting that happened?
Well, the 5 people that were arrested, that was done by Stockton Police Department, so you'll have to follow up with them on that. As far as the mayor's comments, I'm sure she was well-intentioned on that, but at this time, our investigation...
Now, to touch on them 5 people who was arrested, right? Last night, it was a whole lot of activity in Stockton, bro. Apparently, they was in Lois Park or somewhere. We're going to get into it real quick. Now I'm gonna tell you, bro, it was some crazy little heinous post that was made, I guess, after the fact. The internet on top of it, bro. Don't be mad at nobody, bro. You're talking about some, they the devil gang and they whatever, bro. Niggas from over, I don't know, bro, really, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Let's get back to what they were saying.
As you know, is very early on, so we are not going to say one thing or specifically another thing until we've gone through all our evidence and know exactly that we're giving you exactly the facts of what occurred there. So we're not going to make a statement like that. We're going to say that we're confident that this was not a random act. They walked into this area and was probably looking for somebody in particular. Why they did that, what they're part of, who they are, we don't know. But this was not somebody who was unacquainted with them. We don't believe it was not something where the rest of the public has to fear. They didn't. This wasn't just some terrorist type attack where they walked in and just wanted to kill people. So we're not gonna say whether it's gang related or not until we have all the facts in front of us.
Sheriff, do you believe there was one or more shooters at this point, from what you've heard?
You know, we believe from what we've gathered so far that there appears to be multiple shooters. But once again, we've gathered all the evidence, we're processing it, and then detectives will continue to investigate, and it will take a little while because as we gather the evidence, we'll find out whether there was one gun or multiple guns, or if we look at videos or we get statements from people if there was one shooter or multiple shooters. So once again, we're gonna be very diligent before we say definitively what there was.
Sheriff, we've seen a bunch of bullet holes. Earlier today, we did see a tow truck taking away a black Kia. Is that part of the evidence, or were you still, sir?
I'm unaware of that, but it wouldn't surprise me. There were multiple cars I was told that have been towed. We did see some that had bullet holes in it and things like that. So once again, being very detailed, not knowing how they fit into this puzzle, we're going to tow them, store them for evidence and storage, and then process those vehicles till we can understand how they fit into this puzzle.
One more question, Sheriff.
I'm going to keep it real, bro. The reason they really on you, bro, because these kids are involved in this shit, bro. Nigga talking about some, bro told me if he ain't a factor, better still go smoking. This the type of shit I deal with when I'm purging with donkeys, bro. That's what he said, bro. You just saying, bro. If you know, you know, bro.
At one point of this investigation, are authorities going to be releasing any photos of suspects or at least vehicles of interest? Any information so the public can help out?
You know, that will be up to our detectives. If they need that help from the public, then they will do that. But if they don't, or if they don't have that type of information at this time, then we won't be able to do that. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Sheriff, how's the family doing? I'm sure you talked to them and
You know, I have not got to speak with the families. We have our grief counselors and throughout the county that are helping the best that we can. I just personally drove in here 8.5 hours from being with my family for Thanksgiving in Oregon, and so I put down my grandbabies to come hump down these animals who took somebody else's babies away from them. So I haven't been able to meet with all the families, but I understand that there's been so much community outreach to them that they're being well cared for, from what I hear.
Do we know the other victims taken? We were told from one of our reporters at the scene that an owner of the building from near the banquet hall that firearms were taken. They were found on the roof of his building. Can you confirm that?
You know, I understand that there were some firearms found on the roof of the building. But whether they're related to this crime or not, we do not know. So I don't know how many, if there were multiple or one. So we're just, again, waiting to see how they fit in, if they do, to this crime.
Do we know the condition of the victims?
I'm sorry?
Do we know the condition of the victims in the hospital?
You know, the only thing I know is that I know at least one is critical, and the status on all the other victims, I'm not sure. I have not heard.
And of the 4 deceased victims, do we know, did they...
One they was saying was critical, bro. They said was Benz, bro. Hopefully he cool, bro. Whatever have you. And you could take a wild guess who guns those was, bro. They found on the roof. Yeah. You are, if you, come on, bro. Put 2 and 2 together, bro.
Live in Stockton, were they visiting from out of town?
I do not have that answer. I'm sorry at this time.
Sheriff, did the shooting happen indoors or outdoors or both?
You know, it appears so far that it happened both. It appears that it started indoors and then worked its way outdoors.
Are the victims related?
You know, I don't know that. I don't know. I just know that it was a family birthday party, so I assume, like all of our family birthday parties, that friends and family and everybody comes together, and then this happens.
Sheriff, do you feel you're close to putting out some kind of description?
You know, I don't know if we're going to need to do that, or if we're going to do that. Once again, they just wrapped up at the scene, and we're still going through all the evidence that we have. So sometimes in crimes, you identify suspects, and you don't have to put out a description or anything because you identified who they are. And other times, maybe we get video and we're not sure who they are, and then we'll put something out like that. So we're just going to see how it develops. And if we need that help, then we'll come back to you guys and ask you to help us with that.
Sure. Again, your plea to the community, people who may have information out there about this.
I'm sorry, one more time?
Again, your plea to the community, people who may have information.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so important here. We need everyone to continue to reach out to us, even if you think it's something that contradicts what you see online or something like that. There's so much misinformation out there. Please, if you saw something, if you videotaped something, even if you think it's minor, reach out to us. Let us know. Call our office and let us take that piece of the puzzle and see if it's part of this or not. We'd much rather get a call from you that's not related than miss something that we absolutely need.
So you heard that, bro? They said they got 5 people in custody. We seen a little sting they did over there in them boys' hood, this, that, and the third, right? And if you remember, it's a collaborative effort between the district attorney, the federales, and the Stockton PD. He tried to say Stockton PD, they made the arrest. Bro, give us some updates, bro. Public worried. I ain't gonna lie. But shit, y'all niggas let me know what y'all think. We on to the next one, bro.
Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say Say ho, you can't be playing with that paper, ho. Nigga need that yaper, need it now and not later, ho. Say ho,